Alright everybody, Lewis Williams, iHustleNation.com. This information gonna come fast, so it's gonna come fast. I don't talk fast, you just listen slow, so you're gonna have to pay attention. It's a lot of information. Lewis Williams, iHustleNation.com. Basically today is letting go. First off, let me give you the definition of dumb. It's lacking intelligence or good judgment. We're gonna come back to that because some of you are gonna see before this is out that some of you have been acting pretty dumb. First off, what is closure? Closure is the act of closing, the state of being closed, of bringing to an end, conclusion, or something that closes shut. Now let me help everybody out. You're thinking that Lewis is going to say something so profound today that it's going to help you out with letting go of that person you with. That's not true. You're going to be where you want to be anyway, regardless of what falls out of my mouth, however long this blog is. You're going to do what you want to do because you've grown and you just got issues with letting go. People handle their problems different ways. Some lash out at others, some lash out at themselves, and some hide. Either way, none of those are healthy. First problem I see what people have with letting go is they run around and they tell everybody their story about how they got dogged or how somebody is doing them. Here's what's real. Everybody's doing this while you're talking, but in their brain they're thinking, I really don't give a damn about what you're going through. They really don't care. You bringing up these stories, you telling everybody how you got dogged, and not only are you diminishing your own name, but you're glorifying this person who is dogging you so bad they're not even worth the mention. Somebody asked me the other day, man, you heard about that blah 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 blah. I'm like, man, that's not even worth me talking about. I'm not finna glorify that no more. It ain't even worth me talking about. Like, it's not worth your time. Now, if the pain is just unbearable to where you can't help it, that you gotta talk to somebody, just go pay the money and get counseling. It's so much easier. It's $40 to $60 an hour. I mean, if it's hurting you that bad, just go pay the story. Go listen to a licensed counselor who actually gives a damn about what you went through. But as you're going to find out later on in this blog, that most of you didn't have to go through 10% of what you went through. I mean, pretty much, aren't you tired of embarrassing yourself with them weak ass stories? And then you come back with a new story every week. So let me tell you what he did this week, girl. Let me tell you what she did this week. I had a dude call me the other day. I told him, I was like, hey, if you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. Oh, Lou, man, how you supposed to be helping me out, dog? What kind of advice is that, bro? You call me every week with something new. Dog, if I sit you on this phone for 3 hours, you going to be with her tomorrow, dog, if she call you. So let me let you get off my phone, and you going to go do what you going to do because you going to go do it anyway. It's not that I ain't got the heart for people, but when it's every week, it just turns into people being dumb. Some people, another problem you have with moving on is you stop doing you. I know a girl dated a guy. She was Christian. She dated a guy for a while. She became Muslim because he was Muslim. Once he was gone, he went back to being Christian. You never stop doing you. Somebody asked me, well, what if you dated a girl and she wanted to move to LA to be an actress and y'all were really in love? If I was really in love, if I really liked this girl, if I really cared about this girl, I would drop on her plane ticket because that's the kind of person I am. It's like, don't stop doing you. That's what you want to do, so let me drop on your plane ticket. I'm supportive. Matter of fact, I mean, I'll go down there with you just to kind of peep the scene, you know, kind of see if it's fun out there or whatnot. Like, I support you doing you. When you stop doing you and you do somebody else, i.e. people coming up missing and laying over people's houses and things of that nature, you know, when you start coming up missing and all that, you stop doing you. When your friends ain't heard from you because you done met you somebody, guys and girls, I'm not singling nobody out. When ain't nobody heard from you, when you've been missing, when you sending people to voicemail, you stop doing you and you doing somebody else. That's a problem. Never get in a relationship when you just got out of one. Some of y'all are with people who just can't be alone. And you caught them right when they was getting out one, so they stuck with it. After you get out of a relationship, you need to be single for about 3 to 6 months. The worst time to try to get into another serious relationship is when you just got out of one. You always got that friend, guys, girls, I know them. They always got to have somebody. They just got to have somebody. I know a girl, when she run out of dudes, she call an old dude and recycle some. I know a dude, I pulled him to the side. I'm like, brother, what is wrong with you that you can't be alone? You just can't be alone, dog. Well, I mean, I was single after the last one for a minute. I was like, what, bro, 2 weeks? What is wrong with you that you have to have a woman? I mean, it gets so bad to where they not even cute women. He just got to have him one. Now, if you don't appreciate that statement or you're that person, then you might want to take a look at that. Do not go on a date talking about the last person, because that pretty much shows the new person how they can do you. That's probably why some of y'all are caught up in these bad relationships, is because the other person knew too much, so they're like, I can dog them like that last person dogged. I mean, most of y'all that are in a relationship already know that it's a bad idea. First off, let's address how you didn't heed the warning signs, so your attachment issues are self-inflicted. Warning comes before destruction. I don't overlook issues when I meet somebody. I welcome them. When you meet someone, you think, is this the one? So you make up excuses for that person just because you want that person to be the one so bad. But honestly, if that's not the person you're supposed to be with, let them go. Don't try to figure out why they are who they are, why they do what they do. Just know that that's who they are and you can't change it. You can't, the old saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Well, men and women are hoes, so you either one, you can't turn them into a husband or a wife. The only thing that changes people, I've learned, is a revelation. Well, you can't afford to sit around and wait for that person to get that revelation, because they might have got that revelation, they just didn't take heed to it. I know a guy got shot 9 times. Long story short, I'm not lying. I kid you not. He got shot 9 times. He walked out of the hospital. He was a drug dealer. He walked out of the hospital. Walked out of the hospital. Well, not 2 months. He went to hit a lick. ATF task force busted him. Now he in jail for 15 to 20 years. The warning was when he got shot 9 times. Brother should have got out the game. He should have been like, you know what, I'm done. I got shot 9 times. I'm done. That was his warning. He didn't heed the warning. So you sitting around waiting and thinking somebody gonna change. The likeliness of them changes is not likely at all. Poor choice in a mate, or who you dating, or who you attached to, is your own fault. Is the person you with really worth the frustration and the damage that you've been going on, or the diminishing of your name? Yes, you hurt your name when you deal with people like this. You are killing your name, because people don't even fool with you. First off, they feel like they can't trust you, because every time you meet somebody, you come up missing. So it's like your name ain't no good. Like you can't even handle your own personal relationships. So here's what you do. You give yourself your word that you ain't fooling with that person no more. Keep your word. If you break your word with yourself, then you can't keep it real with yourself. If you can't keep it real with yourself, you have a serious problem. My new thing is, let the next person have them. That's just my thing. Let the next person have them. I'm all for letting the next dude have a girl. I knew a girl I hated to let go. She was hot as cayenne pepper. I kid you not. Out of every girl I ever talked to in my life, this is the only girl that all my homeboys asked, whatever happened to her? She gone, bro. Man, you had to? Bro, let the next dude have her. I don't want her. I ran into her. She's still single. That's how I go. Because the next person don't even want them. So you don't want to get caught up in that. Can people change? Yes, they can. Is it likely that they're going to change? No, it's not. If you let a man out of jail, let's say a man got picked up in the ghetto area. We're going to call the ghetto area just the ghetto area. Let's say the man get picked up, go to jail in the ghetto area. You put that man in jail for 20 years. When you let him out of jail 20 years later, you want to know where you can find him at? Same place he went to jail at. The likeliness of people changing is not likely. Can you afford to sit around and wait for that person to change? Not likely at all. It's like you standing in gas and the person you're with is a flame. And you expect the next person to put that flame out like it's their responsibility. So you don't even need to be in a relationship after this relationship you get out of. Because you're going to take it out on the next dude to put out the flame that the last dude started. It ain't his fault. You don't want no parts of that. What I started doing recently is I take heed to warnings in the beginning. And I don't even, I don't beg, I don't plead, here's what I've been doing. I send people a text. I say, hey, seems like you're pretty busy. Whenever you're free, feel free to give me a call. Because I take them warning signs in the beginning. You're always busy. You always got a lot of excuses. I'm not saying that you don't. But at the end of, I'm not saying that you don't have that going on. But at the end of the day, I take heed to the warning signs in the beginning. So I shoot them a text, hey, holler at me. Likeliness of them hollering at you is not likely at all. But at least you threw the ball back in their court. Because they going to always call you out the blue. So where you been, stranger? I ain't a stranger. I told you hit me when you was free. 3 months later, you free. That's why you texting me. Either that or the dude they was with didn't pan out, or the girl they was with didn't pan out. So they hitting you out the blue. It's your fault when you allowed yourself to get attached to somebody who clearly gave you warning signs in the beginning. Heed the warning signs and you won't have to learn how to let go. Dumb is lacking intelligence or good judgment. Now, you can sit here and tell me that you're not dumb, but at the same time, you done got caught up in this bad relationship that's first off making you look dumb, for two, gave you warning signs in the beginning to where you don't have to look dumb. You just chose to look dumb on your own. Looking dumb is a choice, and a lot of y'all are looking dumb in these relationships that y'all with. soul. With that being said, life skills with iHustleNation.com. I am Lewis Williams, and I always greatly, and I thank y'all for the love y'all been showing me. But I do appreciate your time. Thanks.